Is there anything else you can tell us that you haven't already told Andrew off camera? I mean, is he?
Yeah, sure. I can.
Is that a Qualcomm or which
right
chip is in there?
Qualcomm modem, yeah, but it's not a Snapdragon chip, which you find in a lot of the Android phones. This is Apple's A11 Fusion chip, the same one in the iPhone 8 and 8
Ooh,
Plus.
man, I want one of those.
It's a fancy name.
Hold on, no, but the Verizon phones have a Qualcomm chip. The AT&T phones have an Intel chip.
For modems, correct.
Yeah,
but the processor inside is the A11 Fusion.
Just for the modems?
But it's a big deal.
Okay.
It's a big deal.
All right. Is it?
Especially with the Qualcomm battles and Apple right now.
So that's it. How'd you get it?
From Apple. Yesterday, we picked it up from Apple. My review is up now on the site, and I think it's the best smartphone you can buy right now for a lot of reasons. Mainly, the display is something we've never seen before. Has Face ID, so you can look at it, unlocks when you're just looking at the phone, which is pretty incredible. Has better cameras than the iPhone 8 and the 8 Plus, including the front one that has Face ID for things like Animoji, which are really fun, or the animated emoji. I think people are really going to like those. And also portrait mode. So if it's looking at you and you take a selfie, it blurs the background. It's really fun. So great cameras on these. And a great phone in general.
Right.
Is that worth $1,000 though?
I think so, because I bought the iPhone 8 Plus, and then I decided to buy this too, because after using it even just a couple hours, it was easily worth the added price. Face ID alone, I think, is worth it. But, you know, here's the thing. I said in my review, some people probably don't need to buy this. It's for people like me who need the best iPhone on the market. I'm willing to spend that much because I spend all my time on my phone, more than I do on my computer. So $1,000, $1,150 for the high-end model is worth it.
We're talking about the battery. Battery's like the biggest issue in my life, because I live in fear as the battery goes down and it says 15%, 10%, 5%, and it's a real...
Well, I noticed you have it plugged in, and this has wireless charging, so you can just drop it on the desk, and it's always charging, which is nice. And also, I found that the battery's pretty good yesterday. I have to do more tests today, but I think it'll get you through the full day, which is pretty much all I need for the most part. But I have found it's not as good as the iPhone 8 Plus, which I've been using for the past couple months.
Is wireless charging really a big deal? Because you still need to plug in the charging pad.
Yeah, but it's really convenient.
You still have to have access to a plug, and you got to plug the thing in. You got to stick it. I mean,
but you know, like when you're on your nightstand and the cord's kind of popping off, and you're like, oh man! But now you just drop it on, or at my desk, I just plop it on the desk. It's always charging. I think it's really convenient. And I think we're going to see it more now that Apple's adopted it. Like in the past, Android phone makers had it, but it wasn't really everywhere. Now that Apple's got it, I think
these are 99% of problems we're solving here, man. You know, you got to sit there and plug that in there. I mean, I don't. Who needs that?
You got to feel it to believe it.
Wait a second.
It's pretty beautiful.
Not plugging it in and just setting it down is a. Do you remember when men had to go, or when women had to go out and actually hunt for food to bring home anything that they were going to eat? Do you remember how life used to be?
No,
you were born in 85.
I'll tell you what, though. There are car companies that are building wireless charging into the dashboards. So you can leave it there. I mean, this is going to be big. It's going to take some time, but it's worth it. You'll see.
And selfies, you know, I don't know.
Are going to look better than ever on this phone.
For certain people, that's huge because you know,
I'm doing
kids
one right now.
taking selfies every.
I mean, we have to consider the audience too, right? Like, I don't know that my mom is going to need the iPhone X because she doesn't really care about that. Maybe she just wants iMessage from an iPhone, and she just needs the latest iOS 11 features. But for people like me, this is a great phone.
So, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm
is the selfie so good that in the desert, you would not have needed that photographer in the desert if you had that? Could you have done that yourself with your leg up?
I would have needed a selfie stick.
A selfie stick?
You know, one of the ones where
you could have done it. You wouldn't have needed to hire Annie Leibovitz or whoever we hired over there to get those shots. We don't have.
You can tell it's pretty good though.
It's really good. Yeah.
We should have that all the time, Quail, ready to go. The Andrew in the desert thing, don't you? When we call it, we had it yesterday. All right, there it is. See, now there's no way with a. Did you see this? There's no way with a selfie stick that you didn't see this.
No.
Oh, we're gonna milk this until this is gonna be every day for. All right, can you? I want a fan moving your hair a little. Although there's no wind in the desert.
I think this is a good phone for Apple launch too, because the iPhone.
Your own message. Wow. Are you getting compensated by Apple or something?
I'm not. I'm just excited about the phone.
Yeah, you are. You can't get diverted from Andrew's photo shoot?
iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus launched, and I think a lot of people were like, you know, who cares? Then this comes out, and people are excited about the iPhone again. Now, whether or not they can buy it, because it's already been pushed back a couple weeks.
Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so if you order a phone now, you might get it in December from Apple, depending on supply.
5 to 6 weeks.
Right. But I also woke up on the day of the orders, didn't get up at 3 in the morning or whatever to order it. I was able to place it from T-Mobile for delivery this Friday. So there is supply. And you just have to go to the right places.
Look for Best Buy. As they say, are you going to use it naked? Have you heard that? That's what they call it.
Yeah. That's a big thing.
You don't have a case. They call it naked.
Yeah,
Wow.
you need a case.
You need a case.
You need a
could-
case.
you drop the
This
thing.
is not mine, so I'm not going to put a case on it. But when I own it.
I got one more thing. You said one of the other benefits was something about the emojis. Tell me that. What?
Yeah.
Why? What do I want it
It sounds
for?
silly.
Where
Now,
do we
let
do
me
that?
show you- let me
Well,
show
tell me which emojis, Andrew. Do you use
Check this out,
emojis,
check this
Andrew?
out.
You know,
So
my
once you
kids
get
use
this-
emojis.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but look at this one uses your face and
Okay.
it mimics your face. So just
So here,
look at
can
it
you
and
get
start
the
smiling.
camera over here for a sec?
I- you know,
this
you
is
gotta-
great.
So I'm
Start
gonna-
smiling.
Can you see
The
this?
fox is mimicking
So as
what you're
I'm
doing.
talking,
Yeah.
the fox is talking. Can you get in there? Can you right in there?
Oh, that's
So as
an
I'm
emoji.
talking,
And
the
you can-
fox is talking. Can you see that? And here I am. I'm saying, "Hey, Joe, can you hear me?"
That's so adorable.
Joe.
That's really cute.
It's cute.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.